if you fill a person's brain and you tell them that the Greeks are responsible for all the world's problems today, if you do that over and over again, that's what propaganda is. Repeat of the same thing over and over again. Your ability to discriminate between propaganda and reality, you have no training in school. You're trained in patriotism. You're not trained in different people have different points of view due to their difference of upbringing. Now, if you train people that way, you can't control them. Do you understand that? That's why we're trained a certain way, because we live in a civilization, although I use the word civilization, we are not civilized yet. Being civilized is knowing where to look, what to accept, what to reject as highly improbable. If somebody says, Jesus coming tomorrow morning, that's highly improbable, because people talked about the end of the world coming. Years and years back, it never came. So I had the wrong dates. The moon was not in the right place. Well, you can invent all kinds of things.
Afraid to live in the society we live in today. The direction we're moving in gives us 25 years for total environmental destruction. We have 7 years to mass starvation.
You said the direction we're moving in gives us 25 years to total environmental destruction. We have 7 years to mass starvation. We don't have much time. So I want to ask you, do you feel that this really happened? Because you did that interview in 1974.
I really said if we don't go to war, it's World War II that pulled us out of the recession. The war with Germany, Japan, Italy, and Spain.
Yeah.
That pulled us out. Everybody went back to work making bombs and weapons. We didn't pull out due to ingenuity. We don't use science. We use science the wrong way in a monetary system. We use television for commercials rather than informing the public in better ways of thinking about things. See, children will be brought up in the future not to want to fight one another, but to understand one another. And one child will say to another, "What do you think of what I said?" He said, "I have to look into it further before I answer that." Mm-hmm. They won't say, "Well, you're wrong." You know, they won't get into fights or arguments. Neither will married couples.
So you don't think that we are approaching a sort of a collapse?
Yes, we are, but not based upon knowledge. We're based upon collapse because we choose erroneous directions.
Yeah, but my previous point was, didn't you say that in 1974 that we have, 25 years to total environmental destruction and 7 years to mass starvation? And so, in other words, you said that before and kind of didn't seem to happen.
Yes, but that is, if they use the scientific method, we could solve these problems, but we're not using it.
So why didn't it happen then, since 1974?
Because there's no money in it. We work for money. If you ask an industry what the bottom line is, they say profit, not the human being, well-being. Our major concern is the well-being of people all over the world. No more poverty, no more hunger, no more prisons, no more police. Because what makes a prisoner? This is the question. What makes war? Why do people kill each other? You have to understand what makes that. And if you understand what makes it, you can weed it out of the upbringing.
Mm-hmm.